Hello, and welcome to the Bloody Bard channel. I am the Bloody Bard Beta, and this is the beginning of a new series called Bard to Bard, where I interview a bard from various kingdoms, principalities, baronies, shires, and put them on display for the rest of the known world to enjoy, as I have. And today I have with me Broklauss Varangr. And what kingdom do you hail from, sir?
Kingdom of An Tir.
Kingdom of An Tir. Now, which barony or principality and or shire do you come from?
So we hail from the Principality of the Summits. The closest barony to us is Wastekeep. Wastekeep, which is Tri-Cities area.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right.
We kind of live out in the boonies south of that, so it's no man's land down there.
That's a good place to be sometimes, I would say. And what is your group's name?
The Mourning Whimsy.
Mourning Whimsy. That's awesome. I really like it. And that's mourning spelt as in not the time mourning.
Correct.
But a state of loss.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. What is your bardic craft?
Definitely music. I have tried my hand at storytelling, and it's just not my talent there.
No worries. So, a little sneak preview for everyone. I'm aware of what you play, and I've enjoyed listening to you play, and you do play a lot of folk.
Correct.
And that in itself is definitely a form of storytelling, just with music added on top of it. So
yeah, I guess it is.
I think deep down you're still a storyteller at heart. It's just a different format. That, I mean, I love it. So
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. That's a good way of looking at it.
For sure. When did you start performing? Like, did you start performing outside of the SCA, or did you start in the SCA?
Yeah, so I had a pretty musical childhood. My parents are religious, so I did a lot of choir and stuff in church growing up. There was a lady who was a professional opera singer, or retired opera singer at the church, who taught group lessons with a bunch of us kids. We did that for years. And then when I hit 7th grade, that was middle school band. So I started playing the trumpet, went through all the way through high school. For marching band, I would do drumline, and then for concert band, I would do trumpet, all the way up until I graduated. From then, I picked up a pawn shop guitar, and for the longest time, I was the guy who could play a couple chords, and that was it. And so I was working security, you know, midnight shifts and all that, and I remember I bought this pawn shop guitar for like $60. I found out that those 3 chords were chords to a song that I knew, and I played it, and I managed to sing it, and then I was hooked. So I dabbled with that for about 15 years, and then like 3 years ago, my wife and I opened up our own business, which allowed me the resources to pursue what I wanted to do and the time, which I've either had one or the other. And so I started taking lessons with a professional classical violinist. And in the last year and a half, I've really been like focusing on music studies and trying to learn how to play the violin and Irish fiddle and all that good stuff.
So you've only been playing the fiddle for about a year and a half.
Correct. Yeah. This is my 2nd year at An Tir West.
That
second
is
event.
Awesome. Like I have seen your growth, and I mean, even the first time a year ago when I met you and I saw you play, I was still like, wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So continue growing, because it's amazing to watch it. Do you have a favorite song or a genre?
Yeah, so I really, really like Irish trad music. I don't know, I feel jigs in my soul. Oddly enough, though, my favorite Irish trad song is not a jig. It's a No Carolyn piece called Mrs. Judge. I think it's just such a beautiful little tune, and it's got some really cool like runs and spots in it, and I can just listen to that tune all day.
Who and or what is your muse? The why to your intent? Why do you do what you do?
That is a good question. I've always been the jack of all trades, master of none. I've worked, if you look at my resume, it's all over the place in random jobs like fish farms. I was a locksmith. I've done a drone operator at an airport. So, but I've never been really good at something, one thing. I've been okay at a lot of stuff. And so for the longest time, I really love music, and I wanted to be really proficient at something. And I really liked the fiddle, so I bought a fiddle for my wife like 10 years before I even started. So the fiddle that I'm playing we've carried that thing around, 5 moves, and it's just been sitting in a closet forever, and then I decided to pick it up and start learning. So I guess my muse is I would like to be really good at something that brings me joy.
That's an excellent answer. I really do like that. Thank you so much for that. So I'll wrap it up with, what words of advice and or encouragement do you have for our fellow bardic community?
I would say don't let others and what you think they think of you deter you from pursuing your craft. Make mistakes and realize that those mistakes are a gift, because they let you know what you need to work on, whether or not you're a musician, a storyteller, and you forget a line, or mistakes are something to embrace. So just don't be afraid to make them and pursue your craft.
Awesome. That's how we learn. That's how we grow.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Broklauss Varangr in the Mourning Whimsy.
Thank you.
Pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's pleasure is all mine.
And it looks like you're available on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram under Mourning Whimsy, spelt how you see on the banner. And your next event, you told me, was going to be Baroness War 26.
Correct, yeah, Baroness War 2026. That's usually held up in the Yakima, Washington area. 2 different sites around that area, so I can't tell you exactly which one it's going to be at, but it'll be April of next year.
April of next year, okay.
Yep.
So with that in mind, you've got the details to lead you to that trail, so you can see Broklauss Varangr and the Mourning Whimsy in their entirety perform at a war near you. So again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Beta.
And we're going to get right back with a quick little performance. So
sounds good.
Thank
I'll
you.
play you my favorite song, actually.
Let's go. That's
right.
exactly what I want to hear.
So this is a Turlo O'Carolan piece called Mrs. Judge.
Huzzah!
Thank you.